Friends. Good morning. If you are joining live, it is a sunny, sunny morning here in Colorado Springs. Um, Welcome, welcome. If you are about to push play on a later date, go ahead and grab your space, grab your mat, your blocks, your water, good, strong attitude, and we're going to get started. I'm going to maybe wait just a minute today to begin. Not sure who's going to pop on. Big day as the solar eclipse will be crossing over multiple states of the United States, which would be wonderful. So, welcome aboard. If you are joining live, go ahead and give me a little heart, a little wave. Let me know who is joining practice today. Um, it's going to be a very short and sweet and lovely flow. As always, I have been really gravitating towards my blocks the last, I would say, month or so in my own practice. So, definitely. If there's blocks at home, go ahead and grab those. Um, Yoga Live with Katie, friends. Mindfulness Monday movement on the mat. We have 30 minutes to gather and join. So welcome, 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 friends, and happy, happy Monday or happy day to you for all the friends joining later. I see somebody is online. I wish I knew who that was. Give me a little wave so I know who's on there. Um, would love that. Okay, so friends, we are going to get rocking and rolling. It is 8 a.m. Mountain Standard Time on the dot. Um, and I want this to be as mindful as possible and not feel like you are rushed at home. So go ahead and take a seat with me. Put your mat wherever you feel comfortable looking at the screen. As a friendly reminder, doing at-home yoga, your best to, as often as you can, look away from the camera just to make sure neck is in line with spine and you feel good and you're getting in your sacred space. We are going to get started today, friends, in a wide-legged fold. So we're going to go ahead. We're in our seat. We're going to stretch the legs long. I have a pretty big pronation with my feet. So if you can see them at home, I'm kind of spiraling my toes down, just letting them marinate and mold in their wide-legged fold. If you have blocks, here are your options to fold over in the hips. So we want to get kind of loosey-goosey in the hips, remove any fleshy part of our sit bones that we can. And option one would be resting the arms on the blocks, right? Start to breathe into the low back. Option two, if the low back feels pretty open today, you can take a block, lean into that and find a forward fold. You also, friends, could play a little Lego at home, stack your blocks, and allow for that drop of forehead. So wherever you're at in your fold, and if that feels a little too much on the back, listen to it, friends. You could always place your hands on the blocks as well. So for now, I'm going to bring my forearms to the blocks, kind of interlace my fingers, and let gravity pull me down. And as we nestle here, friends, you might at home begin to close the eyes for a moment. Deep inhale through the nose. Deep exhale out of the mouth. Repeating that deep inhale through the nose. Deep exhale out of the mouth. Let's take one more collecting breath together at home. Deep inhale through the nose. Deep exhale out of the mouth. Whew, don't we feel better already? So lovely what 3 breaths can do. We're going to walk up, back out of that fold. We're going to bring our soles of the feet together. I'm going to set my blocks to the side, maybe a little bit of this myofascial release to the soles of the feet. Allow for your butterfly wings to soar. So I'm creating some movement, drawing some movement up through the shoulders. Perhaps a little tuck of the chin, kind of bowing inward. So just kind of getting some energy out this morning or energy in. And then we'll go ahead and close those knees together. Feet will kind of ground into our floor space. Take a little bear hug. Maybe drop the chin towards the knees. We're back to that rounding of the spine. Still coming into that yogic breath, right? Firing up our pranayama. And on an inhale, friends, we're going to slide the hands kind of behind the calves. Stretch those legs just a little bit longer. Find space between knees and toes. Hands reach behind us, fingertips pulling away. Start to root into those hands. On an inhale, we're going to lift into a reclined table, right? Or this kind of reverse bridge pose. Exhale, drop the tailbone, right? Feel that kind of heat in the shoulders. We'll take another inhale, reverse table. Try to draw the chin closer to the chest line. We're going to lift our right leg up. So a little bit of a lift to the sky, a marching reverse table, setting that down, and a little lift of the opposite leg. Beautiful. Go ahead and drop the tailbone. Give your body one more. Now with breath. Inhale, rise, reverse table. March the right leg up. Feel that strength in the opposite glute. Dropping the foot down, take a switch. Dropping the foot down, lowering the tailbone, stretching the legs long. Staff pose. Whoo, beautiful work. Interlace the fingers. Give me a good stretch to your right side of your space. Beautiful. Come through center. Switch it on over. And then arrive here nice and tall, heart forward. Take a bow. Chest falls heavy to the thighs. Deep round of the spine. And on an inhale, friends, I'm going to go ahead and make sure I'm facing you. You're going to roll to one hip. So think about this fetal position, but we're going to rest on the forearms. We're going to lift the top leg, big stretch, a little bit of a bicycle here, finding movement in hip and movement in that knee. We're going to grab a hold of hand to ankle, diving into a quad stretch. As you notice, I'm kicking my leg behind me just to really emphasize this stretch. Set the gaze down. Take a breath into opening up down the hip flexor. Oh, and then gently release. We'll take that over to the other side. Little spin around your mat, kind of rooting into that opposite fetal position, resting strongly on the forearm. We're going to find a little bit of those pedaling strokes. Again, warming up knee, thigh, hips. When you're ready, grab a hold, hand to ankle, big stretch behind you. Gaze comes down. Breathe into that top layer of the quad. Beautiful, friends. And then we're actually going to roll into belly. I'm kind of rocking and rolling everywhere. So passing through my table, coming to greet belly, chest, thighs on top of my mat, diving into not quite a belly down shavasana, but almost sphinx pose, elbows under shoulders, top layer of my thighs falling heavy, and then finding some neck rolls as we marinate into this gentle back bend. Notice with each breath, like you claiming your peace, right? Your bliss, your serenity today. The breath is our powerhouse, our fuel, if you will, for all of our shapes. Beautiful. Go ahead and set up for a super cobra. Hands walk wider than the mat. Nose kisses the mat space. On an inhale, lift the chest. Lift the head space. Deepen your back bend. Tent up off of those palms. Exhale, lower. Nose, forehead kisses the mat. Give your body one more. Inhale, rolling up. Lift the heart away from the mat. Gaze slightly forward. And then rolling back down, nose kisses, forehead kisses the mat. Hands under shoulders, finding a child's pose. But see if you can keep this child's pose active. So when I say active, maybe elbows stay lifted. Maybe a little greeting of puppy pose meets child's pose. Beautiful. On an inhale, rolling back through, finding table. Roll those toes and greet downward dog today. As you do, nice big inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Stay steady, grounded in your downward dog. Inhale, gaze to the top of the mat in those little baby steps. Take as many as you need. Diving into your forward fold, greeting your blocks too, and there might be a little lift of each heel, bending deeply in the knee, and finding a little bit of this carve into one hip and the other. So a little pedaling here. Make sure we're able to shake the head yes, right? Releasing the spine. And on an inhale, slowly rise, letting go of those blocks, rising to our tall mountain. Big greeting here as the arms reach up. So finding our tall mountain, shining the palms forward, big sweep of the arms back, very gentle chair. I don't even know if I would call this a chair pose, right? And then inhale, root to rise, find that length of mountain. Take on one more. Exhale, big sweep back. Inhale, rise to tall mountain. And exhale, take a full black back to your mat or back to the blocks. Halfway lift, feel the strengthening of the back, that flat back, soft knees, and take your bow again to the mat. We'll dive into one more half sun salutation, big reach up to the sky, arms float up, sweep the arms back, that little gentle chair, perhaps a little lower with this round, heating up the quads. Inhale, rise again. Exhale, chair pose. This time we nestle in. We take a good seat. We'll bring hands to heart. Take on one more deep inhale. Deep exhale in your chair. Root into those feet, rise up tall, greet your mountain, cactus the arms, maybe a little back bend. And then rise back to a neutral spine. Take that bow. Breath falls heavy. Greeting your blocks or the mat, it's going to be right leg stepping back, finding that lunge. From here, friends, pyramid stretch. What I want you to do is straighten through the front knee, anchor the hips back. Ooh, feel that deep stretch in the back of the front lead leg, right? So it should be our left leg in front. Feel that stretch. Beautiful. Take a drop of the back knee and a little bit different move, friends. So from here, your back foot, which should be that right leg, is going to step under the hip line. See how I'm kind of in a skater squat? My pants are a little dark today. They're black. So they're dark, friends. Hopefully you can see in the camera, kind of in this skater position. As you rise, right, that back foot's going to drive up, single leg Tadasana. Take a breath. Find your inner balance. Beautiful. I'm now going to face the front camera because I love this stretch. Your front foot, right foot's going to climb over, right? We're kind of in ankle to ankle bind. Go ahead and big reach into that right wrist, gentle stretch. Yes, beautiful. We're not done here, friends. Your front foot re-lands behind you. It's a low, high lunge. So low meaning we're a little bit of depth in that front knee, right? High lunge because chest is proud, tallness and spine. Beautiful. Pass through your warrior two. Inhale, reverse triangle. Lovely sequence with that. Beautiful work. Take a peek at the front foot, take a bow, low lunge, top of the mat space. Step the back foot up, very good work. Rise to your tall mountain, finding that fuel, your breath, big inhale. Exhale, lead with heart forward fold. Repeating that mini sequence, we can do this. Left leg back. I love saying we can do this, right? It's a good inspiration. So it's left leg back this time, pyramid stretch. Strengthen through the front leg. Take a gentle bow of head and heart. Maybe your back heel drops a little more. We're looking for that hamstring stretch now on that front right leg. Beautiful. Kiss the back knee down. Take a moment. It's that skater lift. Your back left foot steps underneath the hip line, right? Really stable. Start to brace the core. Inhale, rise. Your back foot now comes up, single leg Tadasana. The left leg has rised. Once again, going to face the front of the camera for you. Left leg has rised. Bind that ankle in front of the right. Go ahead and take that side stretch, that standing banana asana. Take a moment here. Returning hands to heart. Step the left leg back. We got it. Pass through warrior two. Unwind. Reverse triangle. Right? There's a little micro meeting of that warrior two. Finding this reverse triangle. Beautiful work. Take a peek at that front foot. Frame it. Find that low lunge back to the top of the mat. Step the back foot up. Fold. Pedal through the feet. Inhale, finding chair. Going to move a little quicker with this next sequence. Hold your chair. Press the palms forward. Relax the shoulders. How can we find a little bit of bliss and peace in this chair pose? It's there. It's in the breath. Inhale, rise tall, hips forward. Exhale, fold, take that bow. Halfway lift, squeeze through the shoulders. Exhale, fold, high plank. Push the hips back, downward dog. All right, my friends at home, same sequence. We're going to add on a little bit. Find a little bit deeper movements. Right leg lifts high, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to chest, push forward, hover that knee above the mat, hold the belly. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, lunge, plant that lunge. Embrace your pyramid pose, straighten through the front knee, right? Little bit of this tilt of hips back, we're pressing into the blocks. Bend back in the front knee, find your skater. Back foot steps up under that hip. Here's that single leg Tadasana. Inhale, rise, big reach, big lift. And then bind front left ankle in front of that right ankle, right? We're in that little banana stretch. Peel into your banana stretch. Find that side length body. Good. Return back through center. Untangle that front left leg. Reach it back, step it back. High lunge. Pass through warrior two, reverse triangle. Good. Adding on warrior two. Good. Side angle stretch. Awesome, awesome. Take a peek at the front foot. Frame it, low lunge, top of the mat. Step it up, embrace your chair pose. Right into the other side. Here we go, forward fold. Lift the hips, take a bow of the heart. Blocks to the side, plant the palms, high plank. Chaturanga if you're feeling a little warm. We're about 13 minutes into practice, so very good job. Finding that downward dog, it's going to be the other lead. Left leg lifts high. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, knee to chest. Hover that knee above your mat. Feel that breath, control. Big extension, three-legged, and finding that low lunge. Sweep it through. Good. Embrace your pyramid. Lengthen through the front knee. Push the hips back. Feel that hamstring stretch. Back right leg, little skater. That foot is under the hip. Inhale, rise. Single leg Tadasana. How we doing at home? Finding the center. Right ankle, that top lifted leg over the front ankle, that little ankle bind. Go ahead and find your stretch, that banana asana side stretch. Return to center, hands come to heart. Front foot untangles, sweeps back. Land in high lunge, pass through warrior two, reverse triangle. Yes. And back into warrior two. Take a beat, take a breath. Side angle stretch, leaning into that front thigh. Return your gaze down to the front foot. Frame it, low lunge, top of the mat. Step the back foot up, fold. Inhale, chair. It's a nice little ladder sequence we have. Take a breath, right? Relax the jawline, relax the face. Feel that good heat, stretch out of the heat, grow tall, hips forward, press forward, little back bend, and return back into your fold. Perhaps your deepest fold of practice today, friends. Whew. Little bit different, little the same. Right leg comes back, big step back. Here we go. Pass through warrior two, reverse triangle. Strengthen through that front knee. Feel that really strong lift. Hold that stiff leg forward with soft knee, fold triangle. Reach to the top of the mat, embrace fold triangle. See if you can feel this long line from bottom palm to top palm, gazing into that top hand. Bend back into that front knee, warrior two, reverse warrior, stronghold. Very lovely work. Bring the hands inside of the front foot. You might heel toe that front foot to the edge of the mat. Left foot or back foot is finding a little bit of FOMO, fear of missing out. So let's step it to the edge of the mat, finding Malasana. So heels are going to come in. There's a little bit of marination in this shape. Tailbone might strike down. Elbows might pin to the inner thighs. We could always have our blocks. You could be in a high squat here, so a little inner thigh opening. We have one more little standing practice to do, right? Very short and sweet mindfulness practice this morning. Awesome. Fingertips kiss your blocks or the mat. Rise the tailbone up. Heel toe the feet back under the hip line. Go ahead and pedal out. Whew. All right, friends, we got the left leg. We're going to step it way back. Left leg comes to the back of the mat, low lunge. Pass your warrior two, embrace your reverse triangle. Strengthen through that front knee. Good. Tee out those arms, big reach towards the front of the mat, full triangle, right? We want to be open with heart. Again, that long line from top of palm to that bottom palm. Reset the gaze up and floating back to warrior two, rebend in the front knee, reverse warrior. Take a breath. Take another. It's that second Malasana, both hands inside of the front foot, heel toe so there's space, back foot launches up, but with control, sink it down and back, Malasana stretch. Ooh, friends, very nice job. That was 3 little rounds of standing sequence. Go ahead and lift that tailbone, heel toe the feet, back under you, rise to your mountain stretch, hands to heart. Can we relax in the shoulders and come back to closing the eyes, right? Getting rid of that sometimes very distraction sense of sight. So closing down that sense. And then I want you to take notice of where the breath is lying in body. Is it through the nose? Tip of the nose? Is it out of the mouth? Do you feel breath lining in chest, rib cage, or belly? Can we feel the strength of our bodies taking us through 3 rounds of a standing practice? Always just want to give you proof, friends, that the smallest of movement, the shortest of time can be the biggest leap into having this mindful day, right? This slowing down in our morning so we can be more present. Beautiful. Flutter the eyes open. Find this low mountain pose. Relax the shoulders. Take a little bit of this wiggling out of that heat. We created some heat in the thighs. We're going to come all the way back, having a seat, returning to our mats here. Returning to butterfly stretch. Now that we've felt Malasana 2 rounds in, go ahead and rub the soles of the feet. Find that flutter kick once again. Getting grounded, getting earthbound, stretch the legs long. We're going to take a hold of our right foot, knee and foot here, finding that little bit of our rock, little sway. And remember that ankle bind standing, you have the choice to dive into that ankle bind to your twist or keep the knee bent into your twist. Every once in a while, I get a little bit of this heat in my hips, aka a Charlie horse, so it might feel good to stretch the leg over on top of the other for that ankle bind. Awesome. Returning to center, go ahead and grabbing a hold of that left leg, giving it a nice little rock and roll. Options, remember to bring that top ankle down with your twist or keep that bend and find that other sided twist. Beautiful. Returning to center, friends. Find a seat here. I love using the block, bringing that underneath my sit bones, tailbones, kind of raising up lower back, feeling a little more stable, a little more lifted in heart. And then see if we can flip the palms up. I often teach this. Palms up is your full spirit, full body, full heart, accepting this new day. If it's a midday for you, accepting the rest of the day, perhaps with a new attitude, a new alignment, realignment. See if we can keep that chin kind of in line with this tallness, especially if the block is inserted underneath the sit bones, tailbone. Returning back to eyes closed. Closing practice with 3 deep inhales. Long, deep exhales. 2 more here. Last one here. Nestle into a natural breath. Notice the sounds around you, maybe wind outside of the windows, maybe our family outside of whatever sacred space we have, or just noticements, but the breath returning us back into our consciousness, aka mindfulness. Know that you can take 3 deep breaths anytime you need it, calming the nervous system, and taking those micro moments of yoga off the mat. Thank you, friends, for joining. Very short and sweet today. But again, proof that you can take your yoga anytime, any day, just taking that small pause to dive into some mindful movement. Thank you so much. Until next time, friends, I'll see you soon. Enjoy the eclipse wherever you're at. And I'll see you on a returning Monday. Have a great, great day.